What's going on, folks? Eddie here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. This weekend, I went down to Torque Motorsports with Jason. We had a couple things we wanted to take a look at for the 500, and now that the 124 is repaired, yes, the multi-air is now working, we decided to play with it a little bit with the tuning. My car has a tune in it right now that makes it give a lot of pops and gurgles off throttle, and it's had that for a little bit, but we made some adjustments to it and Jason's car, and now they're a bit more entertaining to listen to. Now, as of today, while I'm recording this, the transmission showed up on Monday, which is yesterday, which is after I left Torque, which is really a good piece of news. I'm just glad the transmissions finally showed up. Unfortunately, it's showing up as I'm about to leave to go on a mini vacation. I have a family reunion to go to in New Brunswick, so I'm gonna be gone for a couple weeks, which also means this may be the last video for a couple weeks. I'm gonna try and get some content together while I'm in New Brunswick. I have a couple ideas, I don't know, we'll see if I can make it happen. But otherwise, the next video you should expect will be in a couple weeks. The stuffed turbo in the Fiat 500. That's something that we alluded to doing a few episodes back, and you might be wondering why we've held off on it. Well, John from Torque Motorsports decided he wanted to take a new approach on his stuffed turbos. So he wants me to give back the turbo that is on my 124 right now in exchange for the new version of the turbo. Now, the new version of the turbo is definitively a higher horsepower turbo, and it's still inside of the GT1446 enclosure. It's probably best if John explains it.
We are running into like little tiny boost limits, and it's easier to just pull wastegate than it is to just raise boost.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, might as well, because it'll get a stuffed turbo eventually anyways, and then you'll have to actually get in and really adjust it.
So I don't want to do super stock turbo because we're actually putting like physical development into this. Like before, we just like swap out compressor wheels, put on the car dyno, make some changes, clip the exhaust wheel, stuff like this. This is like I'm sending the turbo out to have it flow. So most people will do an exhaust wheel upgrade, but they only go like 2 or 3 millimeter bigger. They're not doing true like 1752 exhaust wheel size. So
yeah, you were going a hair bigger than 1752.
Yeah, so we're looking at a 38. Oh. 1752 is a 38, and we're doing so. The design behind exhaust wheels is you can have a 5-blade, 9-blade, 11. Actually, you can have as many blades as you want. As you go with more blades on the wheel, that allows smaller gulp of air, but for it to accelerate the wheel quicker. BMWs on the M54s use like an 11 blade. I believe the factory Fiat turbo is a 7 blade. I think it's 7. We'd have to go look at the turbos. I'll go look. All right, I guess we can go look over here. Oh, Jason, check this out.
Man.
It's a 9.
9-blade?
The stock Fiat is a 9-blade?
Yeah.
Huh.
QB is an 8-blade.
Okay, Eddie, come here.
Yep.
Good to educate you today, too.
Sure.
Okay. So, Mazda speed, SRT4, Fiat, BMW M54, M54, Fiat. I have 2 Fiats up here. Okay, so these are 9-blade, these are 11-blade, these are 12-blade. So essentially what we're going to end up doing with the Fiat is I believe this is going to be really close to the size that we're putting in the Fiat. This wheel is going to be limited based on its just sheer size. And this is about a 200, 210 horsepower exhaust wheel. You're just simply not going to push through that. Doesn't matter how much more you go. This is about, give or take, probably about a 310 to 340 horsepower exhaust wheel. And then these ones here, about 260, 250-ish on these. so the height of the wheel plays a part, but the height plays more of a part based on the exhaust housing itself, where the wheel sits. You see how the wheel in here sits, like flush in there? There's a little area that directs the exhaust gas into the cup of the wheel. And then this arc is what allows it to escape. So if we could take the Fiat and put a nice uniform arc with a deeper area but shorter, like the BMW turbos, if we could shorten this, make more of them and give more exhaust area to escape into there, that would work better than what we're working with now. So
How do you shorten it?
the turbo manufacturers do that. The exhaust wheel company that we're working with, we're going to get something similar to this. And I think it's going to end up being 11 blade. We won't be. This is a 12 blade. These are 11 blades, and this is a 9 blade. So we're going to end up getting something similar to this. But what's important is if you look at the base, how wide the base is versus the very tops. This has an inducer exducer size. This one here has an inducer extra, but the inducer is very similar to the exducer size. The Fiat just shrinks way down. And then the BMW there's almost no shrinkage at all. And what we're going to be going after is more area, more blades, more area, more volume that will be allowed in between the blades, but we're not going to shrink. We're going to try to do our best not to shrink the inducer of the exhaust wheel. And that'll allow more push, just like the 1752. Near stock spool characteristics, you'll get more push out of the exhaust wheel to drive the compressor wheel harder. Yeah. But you have more volume in between to discharge more exhaust air. So I'm hoping that your turbo will literally have an exhaust wheel that big, and then we have a 42 millimeter compressor wheel that's already been tested at 330 horsepower in that.
So a similar compressor size to what's in my car right now.
Yes.
Yeah,
It'd be
but
a
with
clone,
that size
yep.
exhaust.
It'd be a clone of your exhaust, your compressor wheel,
Yeah.
with this exhaust wheel.
That'd be good.
Hey, it'll be a 300 horsepower capable turbo.
Yeah, easy.
So just we have to, and, we're down a full liter over the 1.4, the 2.4.
Yeah.
So we got a 2.4 here that can push the exhaust wheel much harder. The 1.4 just isn't going to be able to push it. So we got to. They have this exhaust wheel, this exhaust wheel, this exhaust wheel, exhaust wheel out of the Focus.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure out because it's 2.3, 2.4, 3.0, and 2.3 for the Focus. I think they took the BMW exhaust wheel, put it in a Fiesta 1.6 with the compressor wheel you're running, and it made 330 horsepower.
Irish, you're good, man.
Thanks, sir.
No worries. And that does it for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Like I said, am now off. In fact, I forgot to record an ending for this one, and at this exact moment, I am in Niagara Falls. There's a falls. It's kind of cool. All right, folks. So actually, yeah, check this out. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Anyhow, folks, so I'll see you in a couple weeks. We'll see if there's anything I can do while I'm here in Ontario, but yeah. Oh, I should show you guys my rental car. I got the most boring rental car in the world. Yeah, okay, I'll do a rental car video for you folks. All right, talk to you folks in the next couple days. Meantime, I'm going back outside. Later.